Most nonprofits don't actually have a donor problem. They have a donor data problem. Donations happen in Classy or Donorbox, emails happen in another tool, and your CRM never sees the full picture of how supporters are engaging with your organization. Hi, I'm Charlie from Nonprofit Tech Shop. In this video, we're going to show you how connecting your donation platform with HubSpot brings all of that data together. You'll see how donation activity can sync directly into HubSpot, how your team can track the full donor journey, and how that data can power smarter fundraising, better reporting, and more personalized communication with supporters. Let's jump into the demo.
Hi, I'm Stefan from Nonprofit Tech Shop. If you're a nonprofit and you're using Classy to collect donations, but that feels like your data is scattered everywhere and your team is always working off different information, I created this video for you. So in the next 5 minutes, my goal is to show you exactly why connecting Classy to HubSpot is a game changer for nonprofits. And when we're talking Classy, that's GoFundMe Pro nowadays, and it unlocks donor scoring, personalized communications, and smarter fundraising campaigns. So let's get into it. I will turn off this view and go to the graphics that I prepared for you. Okay. So as you can see here, this is a disconnected tools diagram. It shows Classy, MailChimp, spreadsheets, and then email tools. So take a look at this. This is what most nonprofit tech stacks actually look like under the hood. You got Classy handling your donations over here. MailChimp or some other email tool is here. A spreadsheet someone's been maintaining since don't know where. And maybe a CRM that nobody really is using properly. But you got Classy handling your donations over here. And so when a donor gives for the third time, your marketing team doesn't know that. When somebody opens every email you send but hasn't donated yet, your fundraising team has no idea that they are warm. When a major donor goes quiet, nobody catches it until it's too late. So your data is going nowhere. It's siloed data. And that means your donor relationships are suffering because of your tech, not because of your mission and the impact. That's the problem we are solving. Okay, so let's go to another graphic and let me show you how the integration helps you. Okay, this is what happens when you connect Classy to HubSpot through the native SyncSmart integration that you can easily find just going to the marketplace, typing Classy, going to integrate GoFundMe Pro, and then you will see the overview and you can just click install and start doing that integration. But basically on the left, you can see the sync in action. Classy supporters are HubSpot contacts automatically, and we can call them donors. Classy transactions become HubSpot deals, meaning donations. A recurring donation plan also syncs as donations and deals. And it's bi-directional. So changes in HubSpot will flow back into Classy in real time. So there's no manual entry, no lagging, no spreadsheets. You save time, but you have the clear picture. The real value is what this unlocks. And you can see that on the 4 wins on the right. So it unlocks the number 1, full donor lifecycle visibility. You're no longer guessing what's working. So every source, every touch point, every donation driver lives inside HubSpot CRM. You see the complete picture of how someone went from stranger to a loyal supporter. So number 2, team alignment. Your Classy fundraising team and your HubSpot marketing team are finally working off the same data at the same time. So it's one unified view of every supporter. Fewer errors, fewer dropped balls. Number 3, personalized communications. Because you have real behavioral data, you can track email opens, page visits, donation history. You can send messages that actually match where each donor is in their donor journey, like email, SMS, and then you can build contextual content that is relevant for each of the supporter. And number 4, that gives you clear data and real real success. So one sync, one system of records eliminates duplicates and eroded records. And with HubSpot closed loop reporting, you can track every campaign from the first click all the way to the donation. And that's the reporting your donor management team needs, your board needs, your leadership team has been asking for. So let's go further down and see how that could look inside HubSpot. So this is just a graphic, but basically this is what you will see. On the left, you're looking at the HubSpot donor pipeline. So something that's it's very easy to set up. You can set up the stages. So for example, a new donor we are cultivating, soliciting verbal pledge. They donated. We have some stewardship. So your whole team can see exactly where every supporter sits at any given moment. So there's no guessing, no chasing each other for updates. And on the right, there's three data-driven actions that this pipeline unlocks. First one is the donor scoring. So HubSpot lets you build a custom score for every individual donor based on the classy data that's now flowing in. Engagement history, giving capacity, interactions, donation behavior, all of it feeds into a single source. Your highest scoring donors can go to the top automatically. Your major gift officer knows exactly who to prioritize this week without pulling a single report. Second, automated outreaches or sequences that are called in HubSpot. Once you know a donor scoring stage, HubSpot triggers the right communication automatically. Score drops below a threshold, a lapsed donor re-engagement sequence can fire. A donor moves to a verbal pledge, a stewardship sequence kicks off. Your team is always following up, with your team having to remember to follow up. And third, I think that's one of the powerful things that HubSpot can offer, smart content and web. This is where personalization goes from email into your actual website and landing pages, your content. And that's what I want you to show you in the last graphic. So basically, as you can see here, we built a graphic that ties everything together. On the left, you can see exactly how donor score works in practice. So there's like somebody gave you a first donation, you give them 10 points. They opened an email, 2 points. There was no activity, minus 10. They lapsed for a year, minus 25. And you get a picture. And now look on the right side. This is where HubSpot Smart Content shine, and this is where it gets really powerful for nonprofits specifically, because HubSpot Smart Content lets you show different content based on different scores, different anything that you collected. So to different people in emails, on your website, and on your donation landing pages, without creating separate campaigns for each of the segment. So your donation landing page isn't one size fits all anymore. A first-time visitor sees your acquisition message and a low barrier ask. A returning donor can see a personalized welcome. Hey, Sarah, here's the impact of your last gift, for example, and a suggested upgrade amount based on their giving history from Classy. A major gift prospect sees a complete different hero image, headline, and ask. So one page, one email, but different experiences. They are all driven automatically by the donor data you already have in Classy, and then if it's connected, HubSpot unlocks that and they work together. And that's what modern nonprofit fundraising looks like. And it's more within reach than most organizations realize. So just to close this and to give a little recap, Classy collects your donations. HubSpot turns your donors into long-term advocates. The sync between them connects them seamlessly. Donors calling that tells you what you need, who needs attention, and smart content makes every touch point feel personal at scale. If you want to explore what this looks like for your specific organization, let us know. Happy to walk you through. And one more thing, if you're a nonprofit using or exploring HubSpot, we run the only nonprofit focused HubSpot user group. It's a community built specifically for nonprofit HubSpot users. Real use cases, real implementations. So drop a comment below or check us out and see you there. Thank you so much.
So that's a quick look at what becomes possible when your donation platform and HubSpot are connected. Instead of donation data living in separate tools, it becomes part of a single supporter record, giving your marketing and fundraising teams a clearer view of every donor and how they engage with your organization. That means better reporting, more personalized outreach, and ultimately stronger relationships with the people who support your mission. If you'd like help exploring what this could look like for your organization, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to walk through your current setup and show you what's possible. And if you're a nonprofit using or considering HubSpot, make sure to check out the Nonprofit HubSpot user group, where nonprofit teams share real examples of how they're using HubSpot to grow their impact. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.